Hockey Nation fans, welcome back to the Hockey Nation Live Show late edition with Coach Frenchy and the Boot and Michael Devellano directly from the West Coast in California. Welcome back, Michael, and the show tonight.
How's it going, Pierre? That was an interesting game.
It was a great game. At least was better that game than the one before that. You can go for many directions if you turn that, but at the end of the day, 3 goal on power play. Um, you're going to win many of those games in hockey when you have 2 and 3 goal on power play, and you can we can discuss the last penalty versus to Jimmy Ben, but earlier in the game we have you know Oleksiak 2 time in the penalty box for 2 goal over there, 1 goal, and then we have I think it was Cogliano.
It's like I don't know. Were they? Did you see the penalties? Because I don't remember them being.
Yeah, it was a good penalty.
I don't
Everything
know.
was fine.
Now I'm questioning every penalty after what I just saw.
No, I think the last one is 50-50. He extend his
Yeah.
arm. Um,
Oh, interesting.
so
Yeah, I think. Anyways, I
at
mean,
that
the first
moment,
part of the game was back and forth. Dallas got the first goal, right? So I
uh,
thought, yeah, they got first. It was 2-0, and they were up, and then again, Point came back and got them back in it. Like he played great. Point played excellent.
it was 2-0, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2 Dallas,
Very
3-3,
close.
4-3, 4-4. Um, Pavelski scored 4-4, and then finally Kevin Shattenkirk on UT at a 6:34, assisted by Victor Edmond and Pat Maroon. Gave honestly for me that game tonight is the Stanley Cup. I knew tomorrow 99.9 Tampa is going to win that game. If you have one game Dallas cannot drop, it was tonight. Whatever it is, back to back
Yeah, no,
game should have been. Um,
they a bunch of thoughts on this, right? Like one, Pavelski. It was funny because we had talked this morning, and it was like, well, Sagan. I'm like, they don't need to get Sagan. They haven't had Sagan at all. It's been Pavelski. And then what do? Bonus like from God's ears.
yeah, he became
Moved him
the
up.
he just tied the most goal in the NHL history for USA born players, 59, just tie up Joe Mullen.
But
Honestly,
I think the thing is he moved like he started the game. We played the game with Ben and Radulov, and they moved Sagan down. So they
yeah.
finally moved Sagan down, right? Which is what he should have done a long time ago to get that guy's brain back in it.
Who has the most minute play in it for Dallas tonight as a
Oh,
forward?
geez, it wasn't. I don't know.
Tyler Seguin.
Probably Pavelski, I would think. But
Seguin,
was it again?
24-35. And the closest one, it was exactly what you said. Tie on the knot. On the
Wait, they
knot.
didn't give Sagan the goal?
Bevelski, no, he did not. He never
Oh,
touched
you're
it.
kidding.
No, I believe he touched Sinak.
I thought
Sinak.
he scored finally. So he
No,
got 2 assists. Man,
yep,
still, eh?
yep, two
He played
assists.
well. I mean,
He played better game tonight. He had his chance again one time a breakaway when Perry scored, but overall, it's always the best team win when they have to show up. I think that the turnover of the game here for me,
it was gross.
the turnover is the first goal of Tampa at 1927.
There were so many
Um,
turnovers.
Brandon Point score on that one over there. That's changed completely because during those time it was 2-0. Dallas have the momentum in the game, and finally, they score at 1927, and then 2 minute '08 back on the first, second period, tie the game on the power play, and when the game was 4-3 for Tampa at the middle of the third period, I thought this would be over. And they show again resilient. Dallas did not give up.
Pavelski
Score.
again, right?
Yeah,
And
Pavelski on the puck and behind the net, on the goal line, and then shoot the puck and touch. One thing was the reason why I said Dallas should win. They have one game they should win. I really believe Andrei Vasilevsky have a bad game. Uh,
yeah,
I don't think so. You have a
He didn't
great,
play well.
and you have a shaky, a couple of
Yep.
puck like behind him 2 time. I can recall at least 2 time. I don't see. On the flip side, I think four of the 5 goal on the right side of could
Right to left, right? He
Ben.
leaves that far post open every single time.
Yep. Yeah. You
He's not
break
a big
away,
goalie.
the
They figured it
breakaway,
out.
the breakaway of Brent, the point at that moment. You got the goal out of Shattenkirk um, on the point. Then you have the big goal of Killorn on the top shelf. Then you have the one timer Yanni Gord again. That's not a lucky one, but it was not his. You know, he touched the skate of Lindell and down straight to the stick of
Oh,
Gord.
the bounce was
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
So you have right now 4 goal right there, and then Brendan Point, the second goal was like a home run. Uh,
Yep. That was a great high hand-eye coordination. But
yeah,
it's funny because like we said this morning and yesterday, which is the goals that they were scoring were all right to left. You could see it on the Stamkos goal the other night, and it's really evident that they've clued in that this guy's got a problem.
yep.
So they know that they can. This is how you score on the guy.
They was looking on the blocker side, honestly. So they was, at that moment, 35 shot, $34. Lightning, the only where they struggle the most is 42.58 for Dallas and face off. Um, and that's give you an idea how this was very good. The one thing I would say to you is the power play 3 and 4, 0 and 3. But again, I'm telling you right now, they don't play the level they play. They gave away the puck 28 times.
The turnovers you were very obviously bad. The puck management by Dallas is really painful to watch.
Yep.
I'm getting mad watching it because I'm like, God, you guys don't deserve to win.
Yep.
They're throwing the puck away constantly,
Yep. And
and
then,
it's unforced. It's not even like they're being pressured. Like Tampa looks slow tonight.
yeah. Another thing I would say to you also that, we don't talk too much because we don't pay. It's the last rope hands at the beginning of the second period. He was out of the game like early.
It's
So
like the third or fourth time he's been hurt and had to leave,
yeah,
right?
so
Like,
at least second time in the playoffs, he
it
played
was
like
a
60
fluky
minutes.
thing, though, right? Like,
You know what I mean? And timing wise, defensively, who do you know who's the most defense minute on the Dallas tonight?
for D,
Lindell. Lindell played most not 29 minutes for Dallas tonight.
I don't know. I
So
can't
Lindell
figure it
was the most there. Um, you
out.
know, Koreanov only 12 minutes, 13 minutes. Kamano only 11 minutes. He played really at 3 line. He gave a lot of time. Perry. I don't
Good.
understand. One reason I don't understand. I'll give you that one there. You can tell me this, but Dickinson on power play. I missed something here.
He he looks good, but he's not producing offensively necessarily. But he's safer than some of these like Radulov. His puck management is a joke. Like how many times does he blindly throw it from behind the net out of the zone? Like how many times can you throw it to the other team blindly from the corner? Like this guy's supposed to be an elite player, and his magic play is to chuck it into the slot where there's a bunch of white jerseys. So Dickinson, by comparison, at least keeps the puck. Like he makes smart decisions with the puck, and it doesn't. They don't lose it. Now he's not creating offense, so that's another issue. But you can see eventually he's going to. Like he's going to be a good player. I think. I don't know what he'll be like. Maybe, but he looks like he's reliable at least.
Yeah, because they play 4-4-1 1D. That's what the
I
problem is.
hate that. I absolutely hate that. Like you've got D. Like use them.
So
Doesn't make sense to me.
the only player play on D for defense is Klenberg and Isaacson tonight.
Yeah.
Isaacson,
Which I guess if you look at the makeup of their D, those are the two guys you want. Alexiak's shown he's got some skill, and he had a good opportunity tonight after his 2 penalties. Like I thought he was going to score there. Sekiro, career-wise, is a very capable power play. Like he can run a power play. So I don't know what's going on there,
So,
but
at the end of the day, we predict this, what I mean?
yeah, you knew this is eventually gonna.
Yeah, it just feels sad because I think they could win. And I hate when you win a game OT on power play. I
Well,
just
it was ridiculous. Like it
yeah, man.
started off, there's two, like what, a minute left or 30 seconds left, and Perry is clearly like using his stick in the
Yeah,
crotch from behind a point, and
yeah,
they call offsetting because the refs are chicken and they don't want to call the right call, which is that's one guy. There's no dive there or embellishment. So that was the first screw up. And then they get into overtime and they call the penalty on Sergachev, and suddenly it's a 4-on-3. So now you're gonna what, decide the game 4-on-3? And
yeah,
then it evens out, and then they have a BS call on Ben. Like,
yeah.
how many times can you screw up a game in
So
the
you
dying
know, I think you have
moments?
a
Like,
difficult thing about that one there. Everybody, but at the end of the day, if Dallas score 4-3, we don't talk about Jimmy Ben. We
for
go on.
sure, like they gave them all the opportunity, but like, why are the refs? Like, why do you have refs that are making stupid decisions at this time of year? You have so many good refs, and these are the guys, and they're making all the wrong calls. I don't get it.
It was good to see Yannick Gors score 7, but also Alex Killorn.
Yeah,
I think Alex Killorn's work a lot.
yeah, he's
You know,
great down low. Like
so
he's
it
so
was pretty
big and
good
difficult. And
about that one there. And then the this we have to give credit to Julien Brisebois to sign Shattenkirk at 1 point something, and then he produced at the right time, and he looked like he made the manager very well, and John Cooper too, and we have about maybe 60 minutes for the another Stanley Cup winner, and we predict six, but I think that would be five. I really,
it might be five. Yeah. At
we
this
have
point, I
we have
mean,
tomorrow.
I think Dallas showed tonight they can play with this team. I gotta think that they bring back Stamkos for the next game.
They will. They will
and
bring
they,
back. This is the story is already right. They bring Stanko's tomorrow on the game number five. They let him down tonight because they don't need him, and then he play tomorrow. Maybe a couple of minutes, 3 to 5 minute max,
he
and
inspires the
we
team to
want
just
him.
thrash
We
them.
want him to be on the ice after
I
the cup.
agree.
So Stanko will be there for the rest of the
Yeah.
playoff. I
I
can.
hope Dallas wins just so we get some more hockey, but I mean, I think it's
Listen,
inevitable.
Chris was a Venegini.
Oh,
Venegini.
Carter Verhage?
Alright, so he plays 7 minutes. So do you want to have Stenko's 5 minutes or him for 7 minutes?
No, they obviously did it for a reason. Stamkos, as we said before, was not ready to come back. So
So
what he was there for inspiration. You
he will
don't
be back tomorrow. I think because the
it'll
only
be the
reason he
same
was not
thing.
there
He's not
tonight.
really ready.
The only reason he was not there tonight, to be honest with you, is because it's a back-to-back game. That's the only thing I believe he's not there tonight.
He's not really ready. Let's
But we'll
call it
see.
like it is.
We'll see. We
Right?
have a
Like he's
lot.
not going to play a regular shift.
We have
That
a
that
lot.
that's
We
a
have,
horrible injury that he had. So and a terrible surgery.
yeah. So we have a couple of news before we get out here.
Yeah, I saw some
So we have the big signature from Montreal Canadiens.
great signing.
Great sign there. I think
I'm a
we
little
blame
surprised
a
at the
lot.
dollar amount,
We
aren't
blame
you?
a lot Marc Bergevin, but the last 2 years Bergevin do a great job. Unfortunately, he's going to be only judged by his team. Have to make the playoff, have to win a Stanley Cup,
Yeah,
but it's not easy. But
they're never
he
going to
signed
win.
a 4 year contract, $25 million contract extension with Canadian. Um,
So let's point out a couple things. The guy had 40 points this year. He's a right shot defenseman, discarded, literally discarded by the Edmonton Oilers, right? So another one of these guys where they were just mismanaged assets.
yep,
Dubnik's another one who had a lot of good years there. Hall, I don't like Everly, but you see guys that are out. Schultz, like look at Schultz. If you kept him and Schultz, and then you added the guys you've got, that's a pretty good D. Okay, so that aside, you give him 6.25. What is Peter Angelo worth? He ain't worth 7.5. Like St. Louis has got to be like on crack.
you know what? You know what? I'll be honest with you. Like, he accept a good deal over there. I think he go for more for Shaker, but I believe for many team, he's number three. He's the number two defenseman for Montreal. He's not number three because Weber, he's a right like him. He will be on any many team on the pair for the top pair if he was for many other team. And you know what I mean? Like at 6.25, when you have Jacob Trouba or Dumba, or you have
I
Justin
mean,
Falk. You know, and you
Well,
can,
Trouba's 8 million.
you know what
So
I
that
mean?
makes it even grosser, right? This is a way better contract. I don't think there's much difference. I think he's better offensively than Trouba.
Yep,
So, and I think that they're roughly the same defensively. So it's a great signing, I think, for Montreal.
yep,
Rangers should be kicking themselves for what they paid Trouba. Like they just gave into a crybaby.
yep. And I think
Um,
that right now, you know who he lose today because that's contract. Do you need
yeah.
the biggest loser that contract? It's Tyson Barry.
Why you think he would have gone to Montreal?
No, I don't think so because Pedro got 6.25. They're going to judge his contract because now he cannot get over 6.5
Why?
because Jeff Petry is better.
Oh, for sure. He's better
Defense.
defensively, and he's a good offensive
Yeah.
right winger
So
or right shot
I
defenseman.
think he
That
cannot get
Petrie,
the
like
max.
Barry's weird, Like I think about Barry a lot because he's going to get you, normally he will always get you 15 goals and 55 points, and he'll be a minus defenseman.
Yep.
Like, and then you can say what you want about that, but if a guy's a career minus, you got a problem.
No, I understand. I think we'll see what happened in there. The biggest news after that, I will say to you, is the buyout of Bobby Ryan with Ottawa Senator. He still have 2 more year
Yeah, I
contract.
was wondering if they were going to pull that. It's weird because they're going to have a hard time meeting the floor, right?
Yeah, I think if I can call it, yesterday we said 18 million or 21 million dollars.
Yeah, they're like way below. So are they going to make a big splash? Are they going to sign extensions for? They already signed Shabbat. They got no D. Like they got Brandstrom coming up. You're
They're
not
going
going to
to
give
get
him a
Taylor
contract.
Hall and Perringel over there.
They might,
I don't think so, but both of them does
but they
no.
have no goalie.
You don't have to get there for sure.
Their
Now
goalie is what's his
there's a
name?
good
It's
one over there.
Nielsen, right? So he's more
Yeah,
of a backup in my opinion,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I like him. But he's streaky. Um, I don't know what they're gonna do. It's gonna be weird. So they're gonna get two amazing draft picks, right? Like they'll pick Stusley or Byfield or Drysdale or Rossi or someone, right? They're gonna have two amazing young players to go with the other guys they have.
Yep.
Okay, then to your point, like I think there's, they still don't have a goalie, but they could go get a Matt Murray. I mean, they got assets to get Matt Murray, right?
But Murray is a trade now. Who do you going to trade? You know what I mean?
Um,
You
well,
better
the,
to go. You better to
they
go
they want,
UFA.
they're going to want picks, right? Does Ottawa not have a couple of, well, they just have those
Yeah,
two
but
picks, right?
one you have about 9 goalie, 10 goalies on the UFA right now.
They're
Why?
going to get somebody like,
Yeah,
yeah, they probably, or whoever, like they're not going to do a Holtby, I hope, like, but you could see them do a Holtby, but that would be,
Anyway, the reason they would, I mean, at the end of the day, they keep why to keep Bobby Ryan at $7 million. Why it's not make sense anyway.
well,
Um,
just to meet the floor.
you know what I mean?
And the guy just won the Masterton Trophy.
Yeah, we'll see what happened in there. The next one is Koivu. He's not sure he's going to play or stay in the NHL or maybe stay in Finland. He still want to play 1 more year, but now
They always want one more.
he became a UFA,
Maybe
honestly.
he'll go to Ottawa.
So
Go
uh,
with the young guys.
yeah, it's possible. You know what I mean? But again, I don't think so. It's about this. Then after that, we had goalie talking about Ottawa. Greg Anderson want to play 1 more year, maybe 2 more years in NHL. And finally, Toronto Maple Leaf hire another assistant coach. This time, I like this guy. So I think he's
He's
always been
awesome.
Paul McLean. Uh,
Yep. I like Paul.
yeah, he's always
Paul I think is like a character guy. Like he's a little bit old school at times. Like his teams can play mean.
no, he have a great career in hockey
Oh,
for
and he had a great career with Winnipeg
yeah,
and
yeah. So he's always been a good
played
one.
with Dale Hawerchuk, right?
Yep. So it was a great, post game here tonight. We appreciate
Yeah, it's
everybody
so
about
crazy.
Nation fan be here. We're going to go back tomorrow, Saturday morning at 11 a.m.
Let's do
Eastern
it.
time, And have a great night, everybody.
But did you see the comment by Hornqvist, by the way?
Yes.
That he was blindsided by the
Yeah,
trade.
inside about that one over there. Yep.
That's
All right,
why
guys.
he was
Have a
now we
great
know why
night.
he was unavailable.
I know. Have a great night. See you tomorrow
Thanks,
morning,
guys.
11 a.m. Eastern
Bye.
Time. Thank you.